29 is an exciting and engaging podcast for all ages, a podcast that will encourage you to be forever young, to go beyond the cliche of so-called old folks, and make you believe that your age should not define you as a person. This podcast is hosted by the forever 29-year-old Gigi Gilbert, who is inviting you all to get on board her train of life. You don't want to miss it.
All aboard! All aboard!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 4th episode of my podcast. I hope you are all doing well and enjoying the summer. As you know, this weekend is the 4th of July, and we on the Forever 29 train wish you all a happy and wonderful weekend celebrating our nation's independence. We hope you will have a blast on Tuesday, but not literally. Please be careful with the fireworks and don't set anything on fire. Unless you are barbecuing, then go ahead and grill away. But remember to follow the health guidelines and be friendly to the environment. Enjoy the fireworks and the barbecue with your loved ones. Have fun and a safe holiday. Today, our 4th episode is Let Us Be Eco-Friendly for the sake of present and future generations. So whatever we do, we should always be mindful of the environment, which plays a significant role in staying on that Forever 29 train. With that said, let us continue our journey's itinerary, establishing guidelines to take full advantage of our trip on the Forever 29 train. Here is a review of our already established guidelines that we discussed in our previous episodes. Practicing healthy habits such as eating a balanced meal, physical and mental exercises, keeping a healthy weight, no smoking, limiting our alcohol intake, avoiding those expensive sick beds, continue the reading of the book of a healthy lifestyle, and be more eco-friendly. And we will keep updating our itinerary as we continue our journey. But before tackling today's episode, let us welcome our new passengers. A round of applause. Welcome. I am happy to have you on board. Let us also recap the 3rd episode published on June 17, 2023. Remember, our objective is to stay young and entertain the belief that age is just a number. So, in the 3rd episode, we talked about the environment problems we face if we don't do anything to help safeguard our planet. Dr. Gilbert stated then that scientists are concerned that over the past 250 years, humans have been artificially raising the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere at an ever-increasing rate, primarily by burning fossil fuels and cutting down carbon-absorbing forests. We also talk about global warming, the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, such as heat waves, wildfires, floods, storms, and hurricanes. Around the world, Air pollution is already responsible for as many as 10 million deaths annually, and the problem is likely to worsen. Dr. G also reported that, according to the World Health Organization, 7 million die prematurely yearly from many health problems, including cancer, heart disease, and stroke. I hope you folks like the Mousetrap fable, read by Jessica. The story teaches us to share the problems of others and stop being selfish. I hope you folks like it. As Jess said, the story fits well with what we are trying to put out. We hope the story touches you at some level, because global warming involves us all, even though some of us still think it is a hoax, or they would not be affected. Remember, in the story, that the chicken, the pig, and the calf thought so too. With that said, let us look at what is happening in Florida. The rising sea level will force Floridians to retreat from the coast. So, if you are not living in Florida, does that mean you should not care? Wrong thinking. Yep, you got that wrong, my friends. Even if we are not living in Florida, we should care. That is the lesson we learned from the Mousetrap story. Global warming seriously threatens the stability and well-being of life on Earth. The rising sea levels severely threatens many coastal areas and islands worldwide. Coastal flood risks will likely increase without adaptation to climate change. We find ourselves talking about people who must evacuate their homes because of ecological issues. Why did they have to buy a house on the beach? It is almost like it is their fault that they created the problems just by having a home on the beach. Is it? I don't think so. The blame can go on and on and on. So let's stop the blaming game and start instead being a part of the problem solvers. Please remain on the train with us and let us say yes to eco-friendly ways and be part of the problem solver group, not the wasting time and being blamers. Now, let us pause for a brief news report from Dr. G.
Thank you, Gigi. I'll be glad to do that. Here is, listeners, the news brief for this fourth episode of Forever 29. The air quality in Montreal, Canada is inferior due to the forest fires in the country. According to a pollution monitor, Montreal had the worst air quality of any major city on Sunday, June the 25th. Montreal Air Quality Health Index was 10 plus on that Sunday, corresponding to a very high risk level, and went down to 9 on Monday, corresponding to a high health risk level. People with heart and lung conditions are most affected by air pollution and should avoid outdoor activity, warn health professionals. Sensitive groups will immediately feel health effects, and healthy individuals will likely have trouble breathing and throat irritation. The air quality was expected to improve slightly on Tuesday, but will remain unhealthy. So that's all I had for you today, Gigi.
Thank you, Dr. G. Very relevant news. As we have been saying, We must work together to help save our planet. In my third episode, I said we would go into detail about how we can help by each of us, the 29ers, doing our part and making a difference. From how we travel, to the electricity we use, the food we eat, and the things we buy. So, let me start with how to travel eco-friendly to remain young, healthy, and be forever 29. Traveling eco-friendly means taking the trips with a sense of responsibility and gratitude toward the environment. We should be mindful of our impact on the environment and the local communities. Choose sustainable options, reduce waste, and support conservation efforts. Next, how to be environmentally conscious when traveling. Traveling is a beautiful way to explore the world and learn new things, but it can also hurt the environment if we are not careful. Here are some tips on how to be environmentally conscious when traveling. First, choose eco-friendly transportations like trains, buses, bikes, or walking. Some go so far as to tell us to avoid flying or driving long distances. Folks, not flying or driving long distances can be challenging, but there are many other ways to help so we don't feel guilty about doing the must-do things. Because flying and driving sometimes a must-do things. And one misconception many people have is that planes are much bigger than cars and will cause more pollution. While it is true that planes are bigger, use more fuel, and emit many air pollutants, they carry many more passengers though. But we should also consider that some analyses showed right after 9/11 that air pollution was at its lowest when planes were not flying. Oh la la, guys, we have work to do. Remember the togetherness we discussed and the phrase, when there is a will, there is a way. So we will eventually figure that out. We must. Let us continue with the list. Stay in green hotels that use renewable energy sources, recycle waste, and conserve water. To find the best options, you can also look for eco certifications or rating among those hotels. Be mindful of your water and energy consumption while traveling. Turn off lights and appliances when not in use. Take shorter showers, reuse towels and sheets, and avoid bottled water if possible. Support local businesses and communities that practice sustainable tourism. Buy souvenirs from local artisans. Eat at local restaurants. And join tours that respect the culture and nature of the destination. Reduce your waste and carbon footprint by bringing reusable bags, bottles, and containers. Avoid single-use plastic and disposable items. You can also offset your emissions by donating to environmental organizations or projects. There you have it, folks. As I said, there are many ways to help. So don't feel guilty about doing the must-do things. We can reduce the waste, but we cannot go to Europe if it's not by plane. So we just have to be mindful and do the best we can. Remember, in my third episode, I said we would go into detail about how we can help by each of us doing our part and making a difference. From how we travel to the electricity we use, the food we eat, and the things we buy. So today we tackled the ways to travel eco-friendly. Next episode, we will address the electricity we use. On that note, we are signing off for now. Our next episode, we will still tackling the environment and continue also implement our guidelines. The title will be Environment Part 3, How to Use Electricity in a Good Way for the Planet. So come on, get on board and let us find out together the secret of being forever young. Follow us wherever you listen to your podcast. Please leave comments and ideas in the comment box. And don't forget to tune in Saturday, July 15 for more exciting content from me and my co-host. Thank you for listening and happy 4th of July. Until next time, à la prochaine. Hasta la próxima. Stay young, blessed and healthy. To conclude today, I am leaving you with an acrostic made with the words Forever 29 written just for you. That is right, we made an acrostic with Forever 29 because we are proud of who we are and how we live. So hop on board and let us have some fun. Here we go. Forever young at heart, or a wishful fantasy? Reality is what you make it. Every day you have a choice to be vibrant, youthful, and alive. Enjoy the moments that you have. Remember, age is just a number. 29 is not a limit, nor a deadline to achieve. It is a state of mind and spirit. Never let it fade away. Enjoy the journey and the ride. I hope you like it, and I will encourage you to make your own. Remember, exercising your mind is fun and rewarding. So give your brain a workout. Have a happy 4th, everyone.